Hello, good afternoon. My name is Miguel, and touching on the subject robots, I think that in a future they will have to become an essential part of our lives. We will using robots in every aspect in our daily lives, in our homes, hospitals, and schools. Robots will be comparing to improve productivity in repetitive and dangerous tasks and give hospitals and homes as support. In hospitals, robots will be assistant doctors in a complex surgical procedures and homes. They will be doing household chores, which will allow us to have more time for other activities. I believe that by 2050, robotics will have become a vital tool in our daily lives. By then, robots will have taken many of the dangerous jobs, such as diffusing explosives, preventing humans from exposing themselves to those risks.
Okay, hello, my name is Leslie. With respect this subject, I understand that, but I don't fully agree. I understand that in the future robots we have helped in many ways. However, I believe that many workers will have lost their jobs due to automation. For example, factories will be advancing at such a speed that not all employees will be able to keep up with technology, and not everyone will benefit from these advances. Surely, some countries will be struggling to adapt to robotics because the gap between rich and poor will continue to grow. In addition, we will continue to rely too much on machines, which could cause us to lose important skills that were previously essential for human development. Robots will increasingly be taking control of everyday tasks, but that won't necessarily be a good thing.
It's true that some jobs will disappear, but humans will be using their orativity instead of being stuck and repetitive. That's for example, doctors will be using robots to make faster and more accurate diagnoses, in order to the humans will be in charge of the emotional part on the patient care. Technology will have to become a tool that complements our skills. And if we use it correctly, we will have evolved towards a more efficient society.
Yes, but we must be very careful, as some countries will be struggling to adapt to technological advances, and this will have created a hard divide between developed and non-developed nations. We need to be very aware of the risk. If robots are making important decisions, such as in war or in court, who will be held accountable if something goes wrong? That's why we need to make sure there are clear regulation and use robotics ethically and responsibly.
You're right that we should be cautious, but I think if we're educating future generations and creating laws that regulate the use of robotics, then we'll have to manage to balance to benefits and risks. By 2050, robots will have become a fundamental tool in everyday life, and if we use technology ethically, we will have achieved a more inclusive society where everyone can enjoy its advantage. robots will have taken their place are as allies instead of the threat, and we will able to coexist with them in a harmonious way.
Okay.
In
Uh,
conclusion, yes, in conclusion, robots will have become an enable tool to improve efficiency and quality of life as long as we use it responsibly and ethically.
okay, in my conclusions, although robotics will be advancing, we need to be careful not to leave anyone behind and make sure we don't rely too heavily on machines without proper regulation.
Okay, thank you so much for watching
Thank you
this
so
debut.
much. Okay.